Hey guys, this is over from ninja.com. So how are you today? So today I want to talk about one of our popular products. So Iaido swords or Japanese sword replicas for decoration and for Iaido purposes, right? This one is more for decoration. The Toyotomi Hideyoshi one, Futasujihi Sadamune. And and I have another one actually right here for it's in case for my regular practices for Iaido, right? So any case, so I've been seeing customers who actually are interested in decorating their rooms with Iaido swords, right? Or Japanese swords in general, and they're interested. I thought you might be interested in learning how to correctly decorate your room with Iaido swords. And I'm going to show you and explain right now. So guys, for this, before we go in, for this string, we just call it a sageo. Connect this obi, right? This stripe part of the hakama and the sword, right? So that the hypothetical enemy, or if it were back in the older days, your opponent would not willingly take your weapon, right? So they use this to connect. They use this sageo to connect this obi, the stripe, and the sword, And there are actually many ways. This is one of the popular ways in modern Japan. If that's the right word, in modern Japan. But you might have seen other ways of actually, tying this knot, right? Like, very decorative, right? And that's the way I got the sword, right? But that's actually not the way to use it. But when you get this sword, the way this sageo, or the string, is tied, it's going to be it's going to look really fancy, right? Although it's not necessarily the correct way, it's going to look fancy. So don't, worry about it. Just to the rest of the point in the beginning of the video. So, all samurais back in the old days, right, took their sword with their left hand because they were like a military, Even if you're right-handed, you would take the sword with the left hand, right? And there's a way to put in, like I mentioned, connect the string and to the obi, but I'm not gonna go into that because this video is not about such things. If you look at this side is the blade. So when you pull the blade out, although this is fake, this side is the blade, right? This part is where you cut your enemy with, right? So so this is the correct way to display a katana. If you think about it, it's actually a little bit inefficient because you have to take the sword with your left hand and move it to your left side, right? And then take out the sword, right? Wouldn't be much more efficient hadn't been displayed like this. this, right? Because that way you can actually take the sword like this, and right away start a fight. Ooh. There's not enough space to do Noto, but it's fine. But so the question here is, why not do this? The reason why is this Katana-kake, or the decoration piece you use to decorate your house with katanas, was actually like used, right? Even back in the old days. And it was a resting place for katanas. And you would put the katanas, when you were at home, you would put the katanas not like this, but like this, right? So when your guests came, if you think about it, if your sword was in combat mode, in a way, like this, your guests it would be really rude to the guests. It's like, let me put it this way. It's like inviting guests to your home and having a pistol on the table, right? It's just almost like that, right? That's why it's improper to display the swords like this, right? That's why it's correct to display the sword like this, and this is why if you look at all the Japanese replica sword page pictures on our website, all the swords are taken photos in this format. That is why. And this might be, and by the way, this sword, the Futasujihi Sadamune sword, which was once held by Toyotomi Hideyoshi, the feudal warlord, its replica of that sword is on sale on Ninja.com. And this Katana-kake here is also on Ninja.com for your information. Anyway, so when you, there's also a way to properly put the sword next to you when you're talking to someone, when you're visiting someone with a sword, right? So what you would not do is to put the sword, so again, this side is the blade, right? What you would not do, should not do, is to do this. Because in that case, you can actually take the sword right away and kill the person right in front of you. Right? Is that proper? No. People will be most threatened by doing this, right? So what people did, or what you do even today in practice sessions in EIO, you put the sword like this. Because, again, this is not the blade. I'm sorry, this is the blade, and this is not the blade. So, if you want to fight, what you have to do is that you actually have to move on this side, and then take the sword, right? And even if there was an attack to you from the behind, you can actually, by putting the tsukagashira right here, near your knees, you can actually, let's say the sword was pulled like this. You can actually hold the sword just like this, and then move on to the left and take the sword with your left hand and pull the sword out, right? You can do things like that, right? So I've been practicing Aido for a little bit, on and off. And it's really interesting. It's really interesting why the photos of the swords on our website, for example, are taken in a certain way. Why the swords should be displayed in a certain way. Those kind of things. It's really interesting to think about those things because it all comes from ancient customs, or more to say, ancient practical customs, right? Was that interesting? I hope it was. And by the way, if you were thinking of leaving some kind of comment in the comment section below, thank you. And I was asking this: would you be interested in things like this? So this is called a hakama. So this is what the bushi or the samurai wore, back in the old days. And so what you can do with this is that you can actually put the sword Okay, so it took me some time. So what you can do is you can actually, do this kind of thing. So you can actually connect the katanas with the sageo to the obi, right? So it's connected, right? And it's firm. And this is how the samurais back then used to wear katana. So it's connected to the obi with the sageo. So your enemy cannot take your weapon. However, if you want to take your weapon yourself, you can do this. And it can be stored very easily on the Katana-kake, for example, right? You can disarm yourself very easily, right? So this is what I do as a hobby, but it's actually I'm in a position where I'm possible, or at least very highly likely, to list these types of items on ninja.com. So if you're interested in buying things like hakama, like this, or even things like karate, uniforms, karate, aikido, judo, those Japanese martial arts types of things, I'm trying to establish a relationship with a new supplier, so I can list those items on ninja.com. So if you're interested, let me know, right? In the comment section below, let me know, and I'll try to list those items on ninja.com, right? So anyways, thank you for watching the video. I hope this video was useful, and as always, we really appreciate your time watching our videos. I hope they're interesting too. Okay, so see you next time, and until then, bye bye.